excited for the week to be over? I want to go home and sleep for another week after all we've done this. But we've got one more event tonight, showcasing some of our talent here in camp. But before we get to that, for one of the last times this year, I want to bring up your governor, Jackson Rappel.
This one on? This one on? How we doing? Yeah! All right, now is there anybody who would like to do our prayer? Who would like to do our prayer? Please raise your hand. You right there. Yep. Come on up. All right, Caleb. I got you, bro. All right, everybody, please bow their heads.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day, and we thank you that we were all able to come here. I pray that we have a good talent show and that nobody gets injured or anything during your talents. And I pray that tomorrow everyone has a safe drive home and that you just put your hand to everyone and protect them. It's in your name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Caleb. Everybody give it up for Caleb. All right, now I need everybody to stand up. Everybody up. Everybody face your flag, please. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Stay up, stay up, stay up. ABC. Who's ready for these talents? Yeah.
All right, all right. That is you after all. Okay. Can someone tell me what their favorite part of this week was?
Yes! Yes!
Can someone tell me what their favorite meal was this week? Can anybody tell me what the best cabin is? All of you, go ahead. All right. We'll just have to wait until tomorrow to figure out who the best cabin is. But before that, I would like to introduce your master of ceremonies for this evening. He's been associated with Boy Scouts since 1979. You all know him. You love him. He loves you. Your administrator, Randall K. Coaches.
Hello, I'm Randall K. Coaches. Mic check one. Mic. This mic seems to have a screw loose here. Can somebody come up here and help me screw this mic? It's good. I think I got it figured out. All right, I'm the MC tonight. And my job is to get us through the talent show in a timely manner. We have some rules that we are going to follow. Imagine that, some rules. So, before I do that, I have Aiden Shipley's name tag. Here's the rules. Listen up. We've got about 11 acts we're going to work through. The talent is not you guys. It's not me. It's the brave individuals, courageous individuals that have enough guts to get up on this stage in front of all of you. to entertain you. So here's the first rule. When someone comes up to entertain you, you're to remain absolutely silent. Absolutely silent. You're not the act, they're the act. And what I mean by that is maybe they're going to play a song and you might be inclined to clap along or dance or something. But we don't want you to do that unless the act encourages you to do that. Do we understand that? Yes, sir. Appreciate it. So we will have our first act. That's going to be Tyler Joyce. Now, Tyler Joyce is going to be on what's known as the stage. This is the stage right here. It is the stage. Tyler Joyce is going to be on the stage. And then the next act, which is William Fields and Brody Carver, are going to be over in this area. And that is called On Deck. On Deck. And then the act after that, which is John Smith, he's going to be in the hole. So, we got Tyler Joyce. Now, when you entertainers come up, if you need any assistance, like chairs, set up amps, hang trapeze from the ceiling, anything like that, we have our able-bodied staff over here, Al Hall, and others, so you are to let him know. Mr. Komposky, Mr. Kessel. So, Tyler Joyce. It looks like he's going to be involved in some sort of musical act. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be a song maybe of some kind?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's an amazing thing. Every year at this talent show, we manage to get the same song to start this off. And this song was made popular in the 1950s by a very famous entertainer and his band. His name was Nicky Nostril, and Nicky Nostril and his band was called the Nine Nose Pickers. So this song is I'll Get You, You Boogie You. Nicky Nostril and the Nine Nose Pickers.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when all the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let
I love you. I love you. I love you all. Not yet.
I still got some more. This is for you, Governor.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom. Let it be, let it be, let it be. Let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be.
Mr. Joyce, that was excellent. Thank you for coming up. The next act is going to be William Fields and Brody Carter. On deck will be John Smith, and in the hold will be Caden Blankenship and Max Cabrera.
One or two? Two. All right. You want to mic the guitar and you both need?
All right, I need somebody to pull a number out of here. There's no number on that.
4 million.
Oh, we got one with a number. If I call your number, like the first 8 of these we're going to give away is for $20. So the number is, and it's your ID number, 1, 5.
Monroe.
3, 153. Congratulations. Now we have William Fields and Brody Carver with their version of She Was Just a Moonshiner's Daughter, but I Loved Her Still.
All right, apologies if my voice is kind of messed up. You know, all that cheering for Tommy over here. Let's give it up for him. And for that West Virginia baseball team. All right. Gather around this table. Bring your shame, I'll lose my voice. Scream at the gods about the flag we won. Merle said Mama tried, but the prison still won. Your aggressions are mine as well. Anger grows in my bones if you could not tell. But I'll find comfort and company. Lord, forgive us, my boys and me, 'cause we're having all night about it. Some calling and some will sleep alive. We'll say nights about it. Baptize me in water, but Johnny knows about it. And I'll talk to him on the rising sun. His sun rose and mine did too. But I was talking to you. We're having all night about some golden and some will say revival. We'll say nights about it. Baptize me in all things, but Johnny knows about it. Devil can scrap the forecast. Now talk to him on a rising sun. His sun rose and mine did too. I was coming down, but now I'm talking to you.
All right, which one of you is Mr. Fields? Mr. Fields on the guitar and Mr. Carter on the vocals. Thank you very much. I have my able-bodied assistant Tyler come up to help with the drawing. John Smith. Yeah, we love Tyler. John Smith is going to be on the stage. Kanan Blankenship and Max Cabrera are on deck. And in the hole is Isaac Butcher and Khalil Clements. I just want to cover a couple rules when the act is, when I'm talking and when the act is playing out. Total silence unless the act encourages you to be part of it. And then what I'd really like to see at the end of the act, just like sort of like when you welcome that Randall K. Coaches guy to the stage. When they get done, yeah, just let them know you appreciate it.
We love you, Randall.
I love all of you.
All right, gentlemen, how about a 3, 2, close, 7, 327.
All right, let's see. We got John Smith up here. Are you ready to go? Steven? Okay, so I have to speak a couple words to the crowd. Do you want the mic near you, or do you want to stand here and speak first and then sit there? Okay. Mr. Smith is going to play his version of a big hit from the 1960s. Halitosis is better than no breath at all.
Yeah!
Thank you. So, originally I was planning to just do whatever the heck on my bass, improvise. But, as you can see, that didn't work out a little bit. But, I've been thinking, and I could give 100, or I could give 110. And, I'm gonna need y'all to give me a little something. This may hurt a little bit, but if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. All right. Here's what I need from y'all.
What you need, brother?
I'm gonna need y'all to do a little bit of this.
Is Ian Smith and Matthew Fury. In the hole, Ian Smith, Matthew Fury. How about my able-bodied assistant, Jonathan Proctor, from the Upshur Cottage, senior counselor.
And then is this mic for this to?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're just playing, right?
No. We have a way around that. 3, 1, 6. There it is.
Should I do a sound check? If you'd like. I can start off clean. We have a backing track over this, so we're trying to make sure we're louder than it, but this thing can go.
That was great, yeah! Give him a big round of applause. Instrumental. All right. Which one's Max?
Yeah, Max.
Canaan's behind me. This is their version of I'll meet you in the spring as soon as I make it through this mattress.
All right, look. I'm not very good at public speaking, as you all saw earlier. But what I do want is a little bit of help with this song. So if you know this song, I'd like everybody to stand. Just everybody. Like now. Stand. And if you know the song, listen. If you know the song, I want you to sing with us. You think y'all can do that for me? I love you too, Random Citizen. I love you, Zane. You think y'all can do that for me?
Hey guys. I'm Max Cabrera, Mon County, Lewis Captain. Before we get into this, like he said, we want this to be a crowd moment. This is for us. But before we do that, we got some fans watching at home. I just wanted to shout out to Mom and Dad. Thank you. They're watching from Preston County right now. Just wanted to give it up for my dad. If not for him, I wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you. And with that, boys, we know Boys State is coming to an end, but instead of saying goodbye, we say this.
Also, I just want to say hi to my parents as well, because I forgot to do that. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad, but hi.
Sorry, folks, we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. Hey, Nick, come up here.
My phone's on 1. You can't do that. I was
All right, can I have your attention? You guys ready?
Are you ready?
I was born ready. He asked me if I was ready. All right, this is a sentimental song because it reminds me of my girlfriend when I was your all's age. I had a pretty nice girlfriend. No, it wasn't Randall, but I had this girlfriend. She was beautiful, and she broke my heart. However, when I'm going to ask you I'm going to say something, and I want you to say, how big was it? So, I'm going to make the statement, and you respond with how big was it. When I make this statement, my girlfriend had a mouth so big. You're supposed to say, how big was it? Her mouth was so big, she could blow a tuba through the wrong end. So I'm glad these guys are going to sing their version of this song that reminds me of my girlfriend, and the title of it, my old girlfriend. I'm so miserable without you, it's just like having you around.
Used to spend my nights out in a barroom. Liquor was the only love I've known. But you rescued me from reaching for the bottom and brought me back from being too far gone. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. I've looked for love in all the same old places. Found the bottom of a bottle's always dry. But when you pulled out your heart, I didn't waste it. 'Cause there's nothing like your love to get me high. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time. You're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey, and you're as sweet as strawberry wine. You're as warm as a glass of brandy. Honey, I stay stoned on your love all the time.
I know they'll do the best they can with their version of "When it starts raining banana peels, I'll come slipping back to you."
All right, so y'all know what I told y'all to do. Why is nobody standing? I told y'all to, yeah, this was the first guy to do it. Hey, everybody clap for this guy. He was the only one that listened to me.
Ian Smith and Matthew Fury are going to be on stage. On deck is Wyatt Thorne, and in the hole is Webster Cottage. What all do you need? You need mics? All right, listen up. Ian Smith and Matthew Fury. Appreciate you guys coming up to do your rendition of Get Off the Stove, Grandma. It's too old. You're too old to be riding the range. Put it off to the side maybe, or straight on, whatever's best for you.
1, 1, 2.
You just want to stand and play? Yes, sir. Okay. This is Wyatt Thorne with his version of I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart.
Hello everybody, how we doing today? I'm gonna play a little song for you now. You ready? Thank you. I'm just kidding. This is it's a little bass arrangement. It's a mix. It's a combination of Zombies by Cranberries and Sound of Silence by Disturbed.
go with the front here. Let's see, I'm looking for a 2. It's definitely not Muhammad. Let's see, 1. I mean, let's think. 2. I need a 2, 1, 2, please. Thank you guys very much.
Congratulations. All right, fellas, let's make welcome Webster Cottage and their version of The Viper is Coming. The Viper is coming.
The Viper is coming! The Viper's coming!
The Viper's coming! You gotta hide, guys! What don't you understand? You gotta hide!
You guys gotta hide! The Viper is coming!
I am the Viper, and I am here to wipe and wash the windows.
And the Viper just came. Thank you, Mr. Viper. All right, next up is Jackson 5, followed by Charles Green.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Good job, Shane.
All right, we're looking for the next act, Jackson 5. Jackson 5 from Lewis. Do we have Jackson 5 from Lewis? Well, if we have no Jackson 5 from Lewis, we're going to Charles Green.
Well, he actually says wagon wheel. Came down south to Lynn Pines, from my way up to North Carolina. Staring up the road, and pray to God I see headlights. Made up the coast in 17 hours, taking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers. Hoping for a ride, see that I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a rocking wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind in the wind. Rock me, mama, like the sound of the wind. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock down and go up in New England. I was born barefoot, no time to spare. Baby plays a big guitar, I pick the banjo now. Oh, North country wares keep getting me down. Lost my mind, played poker, so I had to leave town. But I ain't turned back to learn that old out no more. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like a wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like the sound of the rain. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, Arizona. I caught a trucker out in Philly, had a nice long toe. But he's a hay west from Cumberland, guy to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling my name, and I know that she's the only one. And if I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any day you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like a wind in the rain. Rock me, mama, like a song I sing. Hey, mama, rock me.
News broadcast.
Good evening, Mountain Boy State. This is Tyler Joyce from the Mountain State Press. Today was a very, very eventful day. But before we get into that, we're going to start with our winner.
Hello, Boy State. I'm Ian Shipley, and this is the weather. Tomorrow there will be a 40% chance of rain. I've been one with the low 65. I'm Ian Shipley, down from the...
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Trey Becker here with your sportscast. Let's get into it.
Overtime grip in which Franklin and Kanama ended up winning 11-10. This morning, Monroe and Webster faced off against Red Hawks. In this matchup, Red Hawks ended up winning 24-15.
Yesterday, we had a very, very special and important ceremony honoring the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. This ceremony is intended to memorialize veterans and prisoners of war that remain missing in action. During the ceremony, the West Virginia Department Commander, Mr. Rich Crum, and the National Vice Commander, Mr. Stephen Weissman, joined the citizens of Boy State in placing wreaths in honor of our armed forces. The wreaths placed by Mr. Crum and Mr. Weissman is to honor all veterans for their services, and the other wreaths are to honor the American Legion, West Virginia, and the prisoners of war that remain missing in action. Citizens of Boy State, we are looking to add some color to the camp. Crews were working to add roses to the James Morris Memorial Garden. The garden was named after Morris, an educator responsible for it.
Prior to its state of repair, the Rose Garden was used for coronations for the 4-H All-Stars. The garden and its maintenance were significantly supported by James Lee Loomis, a prominent educator and a lifelong 4-H advocate from West Virginia, who established the Rose Garden Fund at Jackson's Mill to ensure its preservation.
More than 100 volunteers are needed to make Boy State work each year. This group, however, stands out from the rest. Trey Thompson has been.
To allow Boy State to work, there have to be many volunteers. A small portion of those volunteers are women. But why would these ladies want to work with a bunch of teenage boys? For Leslie Wood, it's a way to continue her career.
I've been a student or a teaching assistant for many, many years, and I enjoy kids, and not to mention that you all are kids, I'm sorry, but I enjoyed it, and I wanted to help out where I could, and I have never been part of Boy State before, and I'm very interested in it.
Wood is just one example of a female volunteer here at Boy State. Others, like Marie Burley, who have been here for nearly 30 years, has seen major changes in activities like marching.
And it's not like that anymore. We have more career paths, and it's part of learning about government, especially civic government and county government, because you see how these things all work together. How law enforcement and corrections and banking and emergency services and how all of those things work together. And those are the kind of things that, whether you're going to eventually go into politics or you're going to be doctor or whatever it is that you decide that you're going to do, you need to know how those pieces work together. And hopefully that's one of the things you'll learn here.
Despite the changes in the way Boy State operates, women on the staff, such as Betty Ann Williams, appreciate Boy State and look to share it with the world.
But it's phenomenal, and especially where it's located. So I would want everyone to know what type of a program it is, which is wonderful, and to spread the word about Boy State so that we can get more boys there.
Reporting for Mountain State Press, I'm Trey Thompson, signing out.
The state superintendent of schools announced a new law that was passed over this week. It's to benefit teachers and raise their pay. We have more on this.
We just now got this law passed. It passed the House and the Senate and was signed by the governor.
Basically what this does is it sets a new minimum teacher's salary in West Virginia at $50,000 that is also adjusted around other areas like the Eastern Panhandle to account for cost of living.
This is Tyler Joseph from Mountain State Press. I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you next week. This is Tyler Joseph signing off.
All right, fellows. What we're going to do is we're going to take an intermission here. We're going to get some food. We're going to get some food, and then we're going to come in and wrap things up. You know, my goal is to be back in here by 10 o'clock and seated so we can wrap things up. So, need to follow these instructions. have some meaning to you. So there I sat in 1979, Rat Tom, this old crusty World War I veteran, standing up on a stage like this with his hearing aids in. He couldn't hear very well. And the guy that drove him up here would always say, to show appreciation for him, don't clap, but stomp your feet, because he could feel the vibrations in the floor. So Rat Tom, when he spoke, he said, you know, guys, your mom and dad, they love you. Now, that may not apply to everybody in here, but most moms and dads love you a bunch. And he encouraged everyone, when they left the ending ceremony, which will happen tomorrow morning, to go up to your mother if she's here, and if she isn't, when you get home, go up to her and give her a big hug and say, I love you, Mom. And that would mean a lot to her. And what he also said was, boys, your dad probably really loves you. And it would mean a whole lot if you went up to him on Saturday when he came to pick you up, or when you saw him, and extended your hand to his, to shake his hand and give him a hug and say, I love you, Dad. Now, that's something I didn't do regularly until I came to Boys State. But that day that I graduated from Boys State, we used to graduate in this room, and the parents would wait outside, and you would be dismissed. There wouldn't be any parents in here. And when you got dismissed, you would go out and meet your parents. And when I saw my dad, I went up to him and I extended my hand and gave him a hug, and I said, I love you, Dad. And I continued that until my father passed away in 2019. And so maybe you guys would want to do something like that. That was a change for me. Another thing that was a change for me, and one of our speakers here may talk about it, was we had I was in Panhandle Cottage. I had a senior counselor, Dana Orndorff, and he talked to us about not being embarrassed when you're out in public to stand up at a sporting event when the national anthem is sung and actually sing it with your hand over your heart. And I didn't do that regularly until I came to Boys State. And then from that point on, that changed for me. So those are two things that came out of Boys State for me, and I'm trying to carry on that with you guys, because if I don't or Chris doesn't, then that message is lost to history. Tomorrow we're going to have a commencement exercise ending ceremony. And I've been thinking about this and throughout the week. And I saw a little bit of it here where the guy got 2 prizes, but he chose to give one of them away. And somebody said, that's the Boys State way. We're in this society of ours where it's like win at all costs, one side against the other, just fighting, can't get anywhere. And you think the only way you can be successful is to beat the other guy. And we encourage competition, and yeah, the WVU, I'd appreciate it if these guys maybe stop the sidebar conversation unless they want to come up and share what they're talking about with me. Yeah, you guys right there. But yeah, we're all rooting for the WVU baseball team. And yeah, sometimes, you know, it's good to win. But what will happen tomorrow is one of the cottages here will be named, in theory, the best cottage, the Fugit Award winner. And all the years that I've been up here, I've watched that play out. And usually what happens is when the announcement's made, that cabin goes nuts and carries on and claps and everything. But everybody else, they don't cheer too much. And I got to thinking about that this week. That's really not the Boys State way. I think we all should be happy for one another. And we were all in this together this week. So I'm encouraging you, you know, when they announce the Fugit Award winner tomorrow, that you all stand up and clap for that winning cottage. And I'm hoping by doing that, that will just set the tone going forward for many decades of Boys State, because it is the Boys State way, or it should be. So would you guys be willing to do that tomorrow? Yeah. I appreciate it. And then one thing I normally say at this assembly, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, say a couple things. I wish you all the best, I really do. I really do. If you see me out and about somewhere, reintroduce yourself to me. Say, hey, you know, I was at Boys State, and that'd mean a lot to me. But what I normally end with, and I'm going to tonight, is as you're advancing through life, and this saying's a little trickier, but I think it does have some meaning. When you come to the fork in the road, when you come to the fork in the road, take it. When you come to the fork in the road, take it. And what do I mean by that? I latched on to a new quote this year. Life is about hope and not giving up. Life is about hope and not giving up. Now, Rat Tom, when he came, he would always read this poem, which is meaningful to me. It's so meaningful that I looked it up before I came here this year, because I want to share this with you, because he shared it with us, and it's called A Bag of Tools. A Bag of Tools. Isn't it strange that princes and kings and clowns that caper in sawdust rings and common people like you and I are builders for eternity? Each is given a bag of tools, a shapeless mass, a book of rules, and each must make, ere life is flown, a stumbling block or a stepping stone. And I've tried to make a lot of stepping stones. help people out, and I encourage you to do the same. I appreciate your all's attention. Good luck, guys, with your life.
So you may have noticed a dedication on the very first page of your manual to this year's session of Boys State. So I wanted to give you a little bit more context about the individual who's pictured on that very first page. In the summer of 1987, a citizen attended American Legion Mountaineer Boys State. He was in Panhandle Cottage and served in the state senate. His name was James Edward Degg. James was born with cerebral palsy, but in his own words, "I have learned with hard work and determination, you can overcome any obstacles." James came back as a counselor at Boys State in 1987 and eventually became the legislative coordinator, a role he cherished and served in even up until the 2024 session when, despite being in a hospital rehab, he called into the session virtually every day. I met James in this capacity as a citizen in 2013. Unfortunately, James passed away on May 5th of 2025, just a month before Boys State. He was an inspiration to me and to so many staff and citizens throughout the years, both in his love of West Virginia and his refusal to yield a full and beautiful life to his cerebral palsy. But by far, the talent of which James was most proud and for which he was most renowned was his portrayal of President Abraham Lincoln. So imagine, if you will, in this space, the state police sirens wailing as cruisers pull up. The staff stand and salute. The band plays Hail to the Chief. And the officer of the day would state, "Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States."
Conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation, or any nation, so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. It is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who have struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to aid or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, whether to be dedicated here to the unfinished work for which they who have fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure preserve that flag because they're wonderful people. I'm going to leave you with two responsibilities, two homework assignments. Okay? I'm about to be the most unpopular speaker here. I want you to do two things. I want you to walk up to a veteran, whether it's today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now. And I want you to say, sir or ma'am, God bless you and thank you for your service. And salute them. My second assignment is to find out who your financial advisors were, the people who financially donated to have you here. Write them a thank you letter. Also, offer to go speak to your local club or organization. Remember human democracy and know that it's up to you to preserve it. My time on earth is done. I am passing the torch to you and your generation of people. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
James always signed off his emails or phone calls with, God bless your day. I wish the same to each of you. God bless your day and the lives you will lead from Boys State as men of tomorrow. Thank you.
I'm going to give Luke just a slight headache here with holding the mic, but one of the first things I like to do is give a huge round of applause to our IT staff. They work so hard all week and then, of course, throughout the year as well. To make sure that everything about our program runs as intended. And they put a lot of time into that, and we appreciate them. Luke and Jacob and all of your staff. I know we had new full-time IT staff members this year, Adam and... Oh, Atticus. Yep, very good. So, you heard from me early in the week when you first arrived here on Sunday. I presented a question to you. What was that question? I heard it back here. You're close. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? If you experienced failure of any kind this week, raise your hand. Did that failure make you a loser? Did you learn lessons from that? Yes. And honestly, we couldn't ask anything more of you this week than to learn that lesson. Every day in your life is not going to be a 10. You're going to have a lot of 5s, but you're going to have some 1s. And you might register some 0s along the way too. I hope this week that you've been able to latch on to something that someone else saw in you that sent you here. They recognize potential in you. They recognize leadership values in you. They recognize character. And they recognize someone that might just need an extra push to realize that and come to embrace that for themselves. Believe you me, from the time I saw you at check-in on Sunday until the time I saw you running your own campaigns, running your own elections, being elected to office, learning those offices, and picking up the pieces along the way. And then what I saw today in the staff versus citizen basketball tournament, you can thank last year's class for passing the legislation that finally let the citizens beat the staff. I mean, we admit it. We might be old, but we held our own, right? So the other thing that I hope you picked up this week is what American values are. American values are not attached to any single political party. American values are not attached to any single group of people, any single individual, any single period of American time, past, present, or future. American values, what every veteran sees when they think of the sacrifice they make for that flag. Have you ever thought just a second about the words of our national anthem? Think for just a second about the words of our national anthem. You know, the rocket's red glare, bombs bursting in air, and our flag was still there. I want you to think about that. Put that at a different place in your brain. In the war of life, in the war of political ravage, in the war of times that we face an uncertain future, only one thing is certain. Our future is only uncertain if we are uncertain about our future. The future is uncertain only if we are uncertain about the future. I am looking at the future in this room. How many of you, at the start of your school day, in your school, recite the Pledge of Allegiance? Are you in a classroom where not everybody stands? I pray that every morning of your school year, of the 26-27 school year, you will stand up no matter who is sitting down. Because you've been here. You've heard tales of sacrifice. You've heard tales of what American history has given us. History can only give us so much if we are willing to give to the future. I want you to look around this room, all of the staff members who give up a week of their time to be here. We aren't here for ourselves. Every summer, I was a citizen in 1999. Every summer, from 2000 to today, I've given up a week of my summer for Stevie, for Owen, for Jonathan, for Braden, for Luke, for Brody, for Josh, every one of you. Every name in the room. Now I want you to think about this. You've heard how many veterans have died under the shadow of that flag. Your name, your future, their sacrifice is part of the American story. So, Alec, you too. So you've heard a couple times this evening about thanking veterans. I was always a little kind of awkward about that. Didn't know how I felt about that. Didn't know if I had the confidence to walk up and say thank you to a veteran, whether they're wearing a hat, shirt, some other insignia that indicated that they were a veteran, member of the DAV or American Legion or whatever veteran organization. I always felt odd about that until one morning I was in line at the post office to buy stamps. And the gentleman in front of me had a Vietnam veteran hat on. Line was moving a bit slow. You know, that process in your brain, you're like, I recognize his hat. Like, my heart's telling me, thank this man. Just brief. What he said to me that day forever changed my perspective on his gift to me. I said, thank you for your service. I see that you're a Vietnam veteran. I appreciate your service and I appreciate your sacrifice. He didn't say thank you back to me. He didn't tell me a war story. Four words. After I said, thank you for your service, I appreciate your sacrifice, he looked at me and he said, you were worth it. Let that sink in. Let that sit. Let that sit. That when you hear the Star-Spangled Banner playing at a hometown football game, or it's time to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance, you are not standing up to pledge allegiance to patriotism, to a country. You are standing up to pledge allegiance to the flag of your United States. 50 United States. You're going to read a lot in the news. We're more divided than we've ever been. I think you can see what happens to people who listen to one another. As this week started, you were nationalists, you were federalists, you were red, you were blue. And as you end this week, you came together as a group of students who are getting ready to enter their senior year of high school. You came together as a group. You formed a brotherhood. You saw some pictures and you watched a video of James. So many staff members have come and gone from this boys' state who had a lasting influence on not only the program, but also everyone wearing a staff shirt, a staff name tag, a staff hat. We can all share stories of people who influenced our life through this program, who have either gone on to do other things in life, or they've left us. But what brings us back to this program every year is you. You're worth it. You are worth my time. You are worth Jacob's time. You are worth Caden's time, Luke's time, Austin's time, Jonathan's time. The number of staff member hours. We're actually here. A lot of us check in on Friday. Most staff members check in on Saturday. You guys arrive on Sunday. But planning happens. I think you guys can probably agree this is a pretty well-run program. That doesn't happen by accident. There are a lot of people who give a lot of time. There are a lot of people who give a lot of time to make sure that happens. And at the end of the day, what I want you to remember is that first question that I asked you. What would you attempt to do if you knew you could not fail? Would you change the world? Would you caution someone? Hey, I don't think we're on the same page. Let's talk about our difference. Let's unite over our difference instead of dividing over our difference. You've done a lot this week. You've done a lot of listening this week. You've done a lot of speaking this week, some of you, as you ran for office and all of that. But what I want you to always remember is the experience you had here this week, whether you were here by choice, whether you're here by force of parental authority. Let's admit it. Some of you are like, yeah, mom and dad made me be here. So-and-so made me be here. But the experience you had this week is one that can last you a lifetime. If you made a new connection that you value and you really see, I can see staying in touch with that person, quick show of hand. If you made a new connection. I mean, I can tell you can put your hands down. I can tell you, it is those connections, hear me out, it is those connections that are going to get you through life. My first job out of college, I'll close with this. My first job out of college, I'm a musician. I was going to college, got a job working part-time at a church, Sunday mornings, musician. The pastor of the church was originally from Ireland. He had this quote that he said all the time. When all is said and done, more is said than done. When all is said and done, more is said than done. I don't want you to take what you learned this week and file it away into that Boys State experience. Yeah, I went to Boys State, had a great time, met people. I want you to operationalize that knowledge. I want you to put it into your life and your work every day as you go forth. I've heard some of you guys, I've just heard things that you're doing back at in your home school, your home county, just some of the incredible things that you guys are doing. I mean, the talent up here, give yourselves a round of applause. That's if you performed up here, just stand up real quick. If you had the nerve to get up here this evening and perform, just stand up real quick. Awesome job, guys. Awesome job. You can go ahead and sit down. I really enjoyed you guys this evening. It has been a fantastic week, and I hope that you guys take the energy and the enthusiasm and the excitement, not only about leadership and what it means to be an engaged citizen. I hope you take that not only into next week and next year, but throughout the rest of your life. On behalf of all of the staff here at Mountaineer Boys State, we want to thank you for a fantastic week. And at this point, I am going to turn it over for our closing act. We have two things that we'll do before we round out this evening. Are you ready?
tonight this flight's for another. We do what we do 'cause we heard the call. Some gave a little, but he gave it all. I fly that plane, call the angel flight. Come on, brother, you're with me tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the angel flight, come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Well, the carpet's quiet and the stars are bright. Feels kinda like church in here tonight. It don't matter where we touch down. On the angel flight, it's sacred ground. Well, I fly that plane, call the angel flight. Got a hero riding with us tonight. Between heaven and earth, you're never alone. On the angel flight, come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you home. Come on, brother, I'm taking you
In the evening, at all United States military installations, at the ceremony of retreat, after taps has sounded, the flag is lowered and folded in a triangle, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. It is brought out at the ceremony of reveille the next morning and run up to fly aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. We know that the flag has 13 folds. First is a symbol of life. Second, our belief in the eternal life. Third, remembrances of the veterans departing our ranks. Fourth, our weaker nature as American citizens and our trust in God. Fifth fold is a tribute to our country. Sixth, where our hearts lie, where we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, one nation, under God. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces who protect our country. Eighth, the one who enters into the valley of the shadow of death, and to honor mothers. Ninth, tribute to our womanhood. It is through their faith, love, loyalty, and devotion that the characters of the men that made this country great have been molded. The 10th fold is a tribute to fathers. The 11th fold, in the eyes of a Hebrew citizen, represents the lower portion of the seal of King David and King Solomon, and glorifies in their eyes the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of a Christian citizen, represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies in their eyes God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost. 13th, we fold from the stripes to the stars. The stripes represent the 13 original colonies that founded our republic, and they are embodied in the 50 sovereign states represented by the stars, so the stars cover the stripes. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, which reminds us of our national motto, "In God we trust." After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it takes on an appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of the soldiers who, under General George Washington, and those who followed, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedom which we enjoy each day.
If we could have the Boys State Choir come up to the stage at this time. While they're on their way up, hold on a second, guys. Listen. Hold on. We have a special presentation for you tonight to close out the talent show. We've been doing this for a very long time. The first part of this, I ask that you remain quiet and reflect on the statements and the moving images on the screen. And then after we finish the first part, we will ask you to join us on the second part.
West Virginia is the only state to lie entirely within the Appalachian Mountains. The oldest mountain range on Earth, standing tall and proud for over 360 million years, comprising the Eastern Continental Divide and home to some of the most beautiful and diverse terrain found on Earth. Misty mornings are common when the fog rises off the rivers and streams nestled in the mountain valleys. The crows then crows the hills which seem to reach into the heavens. Deep in the hills and the valleys of West Virginia run streams, carrying water from the springs below the surface of the earth. Pure running water filtered through the mountains and emerging cold, crisp, and fresh to the taste. The New River, one of the world's oldest, has carved its path through the mountain state for what is believed to be nearly 360 million years.
Deep below the earth lies some of the most expansive reserves of coal found on the earth. Coal was first discovered in what is now Boone County, the gateway to southern coal fields. West Virginia is coal. Coal has been a part of our heritage and our lives, providing economic prosperity with its peak and desperate hard times with its certain fall. Further distressing a state that has been so deeply entrenched in poverty for generations that it has become a way of life for far too many. The flora and fauna are some of the most diverse to be found in the county, like cranberry glades, where only botanic tundra specimens can be found south of the Canadian Rockies. The highest point in the state is Spruce Knob, which rises 4,863 feet. The soil and climate of West Virginia is ideal for growth of very dense hardwood forests, nearly all of which were cleared, cut, and used to build this nation at the rise of the Industrial Revolution.
Among these hills, great leaders have emerged. Social and political change has been ignited by people passionate about their rights and the rights of others. The hands of this state's proud ancestors have played a critical role in the freedom of our nation, and in turn, the whole world over. We are a proud people because we love our land and have a deeply emotional sense of place, especially the place we call home. Among the hills and valleys of West Virginia, our childhood echoes through the valleys. No matter our age and our lives continue to take shape. As a people, we stand for what is right, whether it is the most popular choice or not. We believe in the power of hard work, honesty, and we strive to live in sound judgment. As a whole, West Virginia has sacrificed more than any other state in times of war. Over 400,000 West Virginians have served their country since 1941, and the countless more in prior wars and conflicts. Many gave their lives and were returned to their families for burial in their home soil, while many lie in foreign soil, and sadly, many were never found or given proper burial.
This week, we will honor all those who served, and will have only a glimpse into the painful sacrifices that they have made for our freedom, and shall carry their memories home with us, etched forever into our collective memory. This state is our home, from the winding roads that take us to family cemeteries planted on mountainsides, to the great interstate highways that run the ridgelines offering breathtaking views of gently rolling hills and the deep plunging valleys of this beautiful state. West Virginia, born in the midst of the Civil War by people who believed in the ultimate right to freedom from slavery, West Virginians stood to acknowledge that no human being is to ever be owned by another. Injustice to one is injustice to all. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, in his opinion to Congress pertaining to the admission of West Virginia into the Union, said, "We can scarcely dispense with the aid of West Virginia in the struggle of this Civil War. Much less can we afford to have her against us in Congress and in the field."
Her brave and good men regard her admissions into the Union as a matter of life and death. They have been so true to the Union under very severe trials. We have so acted to justify their hopes, and we could not fully retain their confidence and cooperation if we seem to break faith with them. In fact, they could do so much for us. If they would, the division of the state is dreaded as a precedent, but a measure made expedient by a war is no precedent for times of peace. And in the heart of that opinion, written to the Congress, West Virginia found its birth on June 20th, 1863. Since the founding of this state, we have been as a people of firm beliefs, and we hold fast to those beliefs in times of strife, upheaval, and trial. It is by this we are proudly proclaim that Mountaineers are always free.
Gathered here this week, we recognize our past and look to our future with a renewed optimism that has surfaced with the leadership witnessed among our peers this week. We are not only citizens of West Virginia and the United States, but also the world. We have found gifts and recognized leadership traits we have never seen in ourselves this week. We have heard the great accomplishments of this state and its people, but we have debated heavily the problems that we face. As the next greatest generation, it is up to us to be a generation that provides strong leadership and to live our motto, to always be free. We must take up the challenge presented to us throughout this week and demand change when we recognize that it is needed and to stand with our fellow citizens for the rights of all.
As we return home with all the lessons we have learned, we recognize that this great state needs us. Our hearts will always roam if we should leave the hills that we call home. Just as the water from the rivers of the state course to the seas, so too must our desire to take up the call, responsibility, and respond to the call of leadership. We are proud, and we look to tomorrow with a new sense of purpose, and that when faced with a challenge, injustice, or trial, we will stand together, take up that cause and lead, so when we have the past from this life, we will have left behind a state that is solid as bedrock. We will now ask that everyone join and sing with us. The song that speak of this place, these people, and these mountains that we always call home.
Stand